Now the Passover of the Jews was at hand, and many came up from the country to Jerusalem before the Passover to purify themselves. And they were looking for Jesus. And many were saying to one another as they stood in the temple, "What do you think? That he will not come to the feast at all?" Now, the chief priests and the Pharisees had given orders that if anyone knew where he was, he should let them know, so that they might arrest him. When they drew near to Jerusalem and came to Bethphage, to the Mount of Olives, Jesus sent 2 disciples, saying to them, "Go into the city in front of you, and immediately you will find a donkey tied and a colt with her. Untie them and bring them to me. And if anyone says anything to you, you shall say, 'The Lord needs them,' and he will send them at once." This was to fulfill what was spoken by the prophet. "Behold, your king is coming to you, humble and mounted on a donkey, on a colt, on the foal of a beast of burden." Now his disciples did not understand these things at first, but when Jesus was glorified, they remembered that these things had been written about him and had been done to him. And the disciples went away and did as Jesus had directed them. They went away and found the colt tied at a door outside in the street, and they untied it. And some of those standing by said, "What are you doing untying the colt?" And they told them what the Lord had said, and they let them go. And they brought the colt to Jesus and threw their cloaks on it, and Jesus sat on it. When the crowds that had come to the feast heard that Jesus was coming to Jerusalem, they took branches of palm trees and went out to meet him. Most of the crowd spread their cloaks on the road, and others took branches from the trees and spread them on the road. And the crowd that went before and the crowd that followed were shouting, "Hosanna to the Son of David! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord! Hosanna in the highest!" And when he entered Jerusalem, the whole city was stirred up, saying, "Who is this?" And the crowd said, "This is the prophet Jesus from Nazareth of Galilee." So the Pharisees said to one another, "See, you are gaining nothing. Look, the world has gone after him." The world has gone after him.